Hey there, everyone. It's Jen here. I know it's been a minute since I've done a reading. For those of you who haven't just unsubscribed me, thanks. I don't know. I just needed some time. I had a lot of stuff going on. But I'm going to do a new moon reading for you right here. And then I plan on getting some zodiac specific readings out here this weekend. So let's see what's going on. We have a new moon let me pay attention here, new moon in Gemini on May 30th. What do we have at the bottom? Oh, we have this gorgeous, gorgeous Empress card at the bottom, Mother Earth. This is definitely, for me, all the queens make up the Empress. The Empress can relate to and is very well balanced with all of her elements. So her emotions, her thoughts, her energy, and her groundedness. But she most strongly, for me, she still has the strongest connection with the Queen of Pentacles. It's interesting. We have a full moon here. So something from the full moon, which was in Scorpio on May 15th, is being released, I would say. Or there's some sort of culmination because of that. Let me just put this up a little. Oh, I see the Wheel of Fortune under that, so that's pretty nice. What else came out here? Wow, the Chariot, another major arcana. That could be Cancer. The World, holy crap, another major arcana. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Of all the cards right now, they are all major arcana. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, the Chariot, the World, the Fool, and the Four of Swords. Holy crap, they're all really, really good major arcana. So this is a big deal. This is a big shift. And the last readings I did, I think for that Scorpio full moon, were pretty intense, which makes sense. Scorpio can be quite intense in good way and in a bad way, just like anything. So Wheel of Fortune, things are turning, becoming more grounded and balanced and in touch with different aspects of yourself. And I feel as though somehow that's all coming together and setting you off on a new course. So some of you may have made some big decisions that you're going to take action on. So this is not reacting to something. This is you making a plan and taking action, like plugging those coordinates into your GPS. So some of you may shift careers, want to go back to school, want to get some training, want to move. You could, yeah, I don't. It's weird. I want to say travel, but they're shaking me off like that. That's not the significant. You may travel, you may get a new car too with the Chariot, but it's more this mindset shift that has you making some big changes in your life, because the world next says we're wrapping up a phase of our life and ready for something new. The circle there, which we have the other circle here with the Wheel of Fortune, and of course, Six of Cups was under there, so it could be the Earth and the Moon are circles. The world is a continuous cycle, right? It's one thing ends and a new thing begins. It's how we roll through life. But you're rolling through life into, that's the snake, I think. It's supposed to be the snake. Anyway, focus. I'm also seeing a hula hoop. So And this deck does have a couple scenes like at a festival. I usually don't think of this one, but you may be going to a festival or something. And having fun. I see kind of and this harkens back to that Scorpio full moon. Scorpio it's a fixed sign and it can get really stuck in its negative sense on its emotions. And I see a release and a freedom from that. You can see both of these cards. Oh, well, all three of these cards, they all have, first of all, interestingly similar color scheme, but they all are opening and surrender. They're letting go. They are freeing themselves from something they've been clinging on to and holding on too tightly to, potentially. All right, that's why I have all these, usually have all these crystals here to help hold up my cards. So, and I grabbed Moonstone. And the Fool is, fuck it, I'm going for it. I'm fucking going for it. I'm just going to live. I'm going to live my life. I'm not going to be paralyzed by fear and anxiety. And there's a lot of anxiety right now in the world. There's, especially if you're, I guess, well, I don't even want to try to say it's worse for some people than others. We're feeling it on a global level, right? And I think that the Four of Swords is self-care, meditating, calming the anxiety, healing, protective. Like she's in a nest, right? Almost like a womb. And really just, taking care of yourself. So, and her posture, though, is very, I feel like this came up for a reading I did. It's been a while since I've done a reading on YouTube, but anyway, I'd have to go back and look. Her posture is kind of the opposite. So it's interesting. It's kind of the balance between opening up and letting go and being out there, but also having the time and space to go within and to recharge and restore and to be protective of your energy, right? We can't give all the time and we can't take all the time. So finding a way to balance. And also this world card, you can look up on YouTube, what would you like, white light protection or spiritual protection, and consciously doing some of those exercises to to create a barrier between other energy in the world, especially if you're an empath. You may too easily take on other energy and negativity and things whipping around out there, and that can help create a barrier. And sometimes it's just as being as conscious as when I walk out, even I was going to say when you get home, consciously imagining sort of a barrier that you walk through that pulls all of the negative energy off of you. But really, I would, as I'm stepping out of the door at work, same thing, and leaving any stress or tension or even just leaving work at work. And so sometimes just thinking those things really helps to release the anxiety. Like I'm going to imagine the stress or the worry or the anxiety or whatever sticking to that barrier and not sticking to me. And then I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm going to breathe out. It seems silly, but those things really can make a difference. Now, we have the Ace of Pentacles, so strong earth still. Even though this is a full moon in Gemini, we're still feeling strong earth from, I would say, Taurus. So we came out of Taurus on May 20th. We do still have, I think, Mercury in retrograde, maybe. So a final release and letting go and moving on from something from the past that maybe came back around or always seems to come back around. We have this circular energy and letting it go once and for all. Two of Cups. This could be the beginning of a solid relationship with the Two of Cups here. An emotionally available and communicative partner, someone that you connect with on this is like the person that you connect with and you feel your heart flip for some reason the first time you meet them. And I know you can think that's just attraction, but I've had it happen with people that, and this sounds horrible, but we're all human. We can't, that I wouldn't say that they were on a dating site. I would never be like, oh yeah, him. But there was I swear to God, this is the thing that does make me think of, I don't know if I don't know if the terminology of what we think, I feel like none of us have it right. But there's a connection with this person the first time I met him and shook his hand, and it was like, whoa. And I think he's so hot too. It was just so fascinating. So it is that, and we just connected. Like the small talk didn't really exist. We just like knew and it was so strange. It's so cool. So something like that. I almost thought this was the Empress, but Justice. Feeling, look how powerful and confident. Well, it's powerful and confident, but something about the way her feet are. It's like a little bit of like nervous excitement, kind of like you would have when you were younger, is kind of what I'm getting. So this, if this new relationship for you, um, could, it's like you're more mature now because we have the Empress, right? This is a spiritual experience for you now. Before, relationships were about, are they cute? Do what kind of car do they drive? And not everyone's an idiot like I am, and people appreciate more more deeper values and morals and all those things. But for a lot of us, when we were younger, at least, and even when we're older, um, our own egos and insecurities play out more in our relationships, I think, than we think. And again, we go after more superficial things and even less like, how do they treat you? Um, so this feels like a much more balanced connection. With that Ace of Pentacles, it's planting the seed for something that could last a lifetime. Or and the Justice is could be a contract. So it could be someone you're a business partner with too, that you, or someone you meet at work or through work. Could be a Libra. Well, we have a bunch of signs out, don't we? No, we don't. We only said Cancer and Libra now. The Earth signs. I think I said Taurus, and I've been talking about Scorpio. See, I've been talking about signs. What else do we have? Page of Cups. Communication about feelings and romantic feelings going on here. For another Four of Swords right on the Four of Swords. That is crazy. So this is someone that respects your boundaries. This is someone that you feel comfortable with. You don't feel like you have to be on guard with and protect yourself with. You have that time to be by yourself um, when you need to be. Two of Swords. I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, it's always up to you. It's always up to you. For some of you, you may be seeing. That's so interesting. That looks like the same guy as that, doesn't it? Huh. Anyway. Oh, there's a full moon. For some of you, if you had a blow up at the full moon, which I was thinking a lot of people would, with that sort of that intense Scorpio energy breaking free, I think you will have made the decision about whether you wanted to continue or not. And I think a lot of you actually did not. And surprisingly fast, someone new is going to come in, because the release of that, I just think there was the aha moment of, you know what, they treat me like shit, or this isn't what I want. And you were able to quickly release. For some of you, it was shit that came back around, but for those that was a recent relationship, I feel like you were just like, if they were, that was either totally not the right relationship, or if they were an asshole, you were really able to say they were an asshole, and I'm just moving on. Like it was like lesson learned, but I'm not going to allow this person's energy. See, we keep having this theme of energy stick with me, continue to ruin my day. I've even had that with old bosses. I had a couple of really, really toxic bosses. Um, and every once in a while, I'll find myself stewing over it. And I finally had to say, have a little sit down with myself, a little come to Jesus moment, I guess you can say, and say, what are you doing? Why are you letting that crazy person still disrupt your energy and your mood and your anxiety and your life? Life is precious, right? And I feel like you just are not, you're done. You're like, I am over it. I'm moving on. And that's with all the Light Seer Tarot was all that. Yep, I'm open. I'm free. I'm moving on. I'm not letting that weigh me down. Knight of Pentacles. Here's this earth energy still. This could be a job offer coming in. Some sort of solid offer. This is the before tarot. So they imagine the scene before the picture on the original Rider-Waite. And this is him finding, I don't know, do you think he was hiding it up there for storage, or he found it, this pentacle, and he's going to grab it and present it? So for some of you, someone may be getting ready to present you with some sort of solid offer. If you're trying to sell a house, no, it's not hard to sell a house right now. Or, what bird is that? I love my birds, but that's kind of annoying. I don't know what that is. I don't know if you guys can hear it, so I'll move along. Finding some money. This is really mundane, but you may get out your spring clothes or winter clothes wherever you live, a jacket you haven't worn in a while, and find some cash. I always love when that happens. Let's keep reading. Tower. Boom. So this is the before. So what this is saying to me is you have the opportunity to turn things around before the universe is going to step in and light a fire under your ass. So I think that's that conversation that I was just talking about. Like, you're going to have that realization and let go and break free and move forward and have a real spiritual shift and reckoning of yourself, that you can avoid the tower moment. And that's right over, interesting, the Two of Cups and the Justice. So I think it is about relationships and what you tolerate and what you don't tolerate. Oops. What else we have here? Seven of Pentacles, working hard, gathering wealth. Um, a big project could be coming to to an end. You could be completing a big project that you've worked really hard on. And fucking Four of Swords again. Time out, rest. You may be planning or have some vacation. So that may be coming up with that Chariot. Maybe some of you might even get a promotion where you have to move for it. Or you can move for it. Maybe you're getting a job that's fully remote. I just took a sip of coffee and it almost went down the wrong way. Huh. The Five of Cups. Look at that cat. Fucking cats. Have you ever had a cat that spills over water that you have on your bedside table? I had one that drove me insane. And it was an orange cat too. It was the only orange cat I've ever had. Okay, moving on. This figure really had been just standing there with the Five Cups, kind of looking at that house. And then all of a sudden, their attention got drawn to this cat. That's interesting. There's a bridge over the water. I would have to read the book to really figure out what this was saying. But this, I mean, with the color scheme, it's kind of going with the Tower to me. And the Five of Cups, this is, oh, so maybe someone's going to break up with you and you are dodging a fucking bullet, is what I see. It is okay. Like, it is a good thing that that happened. And I think you're going to realize that, and your ego's going to get away pretty fast and be like, good, you know what? That wasn't a good relationship. That wasn't a good fit. That wasn't going to work. And why am I clinging to something I know won't work? You know what? It's crazy. We, at least me, you guys are probably more mature than I am, but we, even when we're in a relationship and we have the data, the experience, the facts, it these two people together were not a good match right now, and that's all we can go on, period. Yet we still cling, so we cling to the idea of it or how it felt at the beginning, before, when we were just, in our excitement and fantasy honeymoon phase, instead of the reality of it, the day to day today of living with someone else. Um and again, the shift in your brain, like, yeah, that wasn't working out, and good, best wishes to them, and let's move on and not waste time wanting something back that wasn't, we already know wasn't going to work out, that type of thinking. Two of Wands. So we have Two of Cups, Two of Swords, Two of Wands. There is some sort of decision. The lesson for me in the Two of Wands is just, we only have, the wands are about energy, motivation, what inspires us, what makes us take action, passion, get up and go. It's the engine, right? And we're human. We're not immortal beings or whatever that don't need to sleep and are never age or whatever. Like, we need to rest. We have a finite amount of energy, just like a car has to have a charge or fuel or whatever. And when it's out, and we need to recharge, which is hearkening back to that Four of Swords, which we now have gotten, what, 3 times. And the Two of Wands says, are you going to continue to put energy in situations like the ex that you didn't get along with, or that boss from 15 fucking years ago, Jen? Or are you going to spend your energy towards things that make you happy and fun and fulfilling and bring positive things to your life? They recharge you. They provide that Four of Swords, because there are things that we can do that fill our cup, you know. And then when we go back to all of these majors that we started with, right? We're taking action. We're moving on. We know where we want to go. We pick that Two of Wands, where we're going to put our energy. I'm sorry. We're wrapping up a phase of life. And we're boldly moving forward with this Fool, accepting and looking forward to new experiences. But we've learned enough that we still have that Four of Swords where, and the Empress, we're grounded. And we know to take time for ourselves and to protect our energy as we move forward. But boy, this Ace of Pentacles and this Knight of Pentacles, we have a strong relationship factor here, and we have a strong job opportunity, as well as all these major arcanas being spiritual awakening and spark. And I see it as a spark of, let's move forward. I'm not going to waste time. Less drama. I was very much a drama queen when I was younger, and always up in others' business and getting outraged and rah, rah, about shit, not about shit that didn't matter. There are plenty of things that do matter to get outraged about, but I was not focusing. It was all superficial, ego-based bullshit. This is a huge spiritual ascension, a leveling up, and the world is the beginning, the end of of a life lesson, of a phase in life, and just really excited. I see a lot of excitement to move on towards what's coming next. Like you're looking forward to it. You're not stuck in the past. You're not dwelling or have resentment about something. You're really just feeling open and freer and lighter. You may be working out a lot. I'm sorry, my allergies are kicking up. You may have been working out, losing weight. You could be cycling with all the wheels, right? With all the circles, something like that. And really just feeling good, feeling fit, lots of energy from this new moon. So I think that's amazing. Lots of really, you can tell the energy, maybe just for me, is like very exciting and fresh. And as a Sagittarian, I'm here for it. If you are Gemini, this new moon in Gemini is your opposite sign, your complementary sign. Okay, well, I will leave it at that. I hope you're doing really well. Thank you so much. If you stuck with my channel, if you would like, share, and subscribe, boy, I would sure appreciate it. Take care.